Hi, and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. So, this is the Plague Tournament, and I've been having some problem with the videos because I got a new SD card from my video camera right before, and yeah, that card wasn't good, so all the files is really corrupted. But thanks to the fine people at Wondershare and me spending like $100 for a premium recovery program, they are now in okay quality. So that's good. So now I can bring you all the rest of the videos. So let's take a look at the first two decks. And here's the first deck. Player name is Simon, and he's one of the Farmstead crew. And he got his first piece of power the day before, doing a big trade with Mitya. So that Ancestral Recall is brand new from Collector's Edition. So that's really nice. Okay. So this is a really aggressive deck. He's playing Blackwise, Ankh Mishra, Savannah Lion, a lot of burn cards, Serendi Efret, so an all-out aggressive deck. So yeah, let's see what this deck can do. And here's the second deck. Player name is Trygve, and he is bringing his Rug mid-range deck, Rug aggro perhaps. Anyways, there are Agotin Pixies, there are Serendi Efrets and Suchi, a lot of burn cards, and he's playing with 4 Blackwise and 2 Hercules Recall, and that's a combination I like, with those 2 draw 7s as well. So I'm going a bit back and forth about Blackwise. They're so good sometimes, and other times they're really bad, so it's a kind of high variation card. But when you have those Hercules Recall, I kind of like them. So yeah, beautiful deck, super solid. So let's see how this goes. Game number 1, you have Trygve to left, Simon to the right, and Simon is on the play. Starts out with a Savannah line. So that's the start you want with this aggressive deck. Let's see what Trygve can do here. Ooh, turn 1 library. Everyone's favorite start on the draw. So he can draw his card number 8. Of course, he's waiting for Simon's turn to activate it. Simon attacks for 2. And pass the turn. And there's a activation of the library. So 8. And 9 for the turn. Down to 8 again. It's important that you do that counting when you have your library. It's so easy to mess things up. There's a lightning bolt on the Savannah Lion. Ooh. Draw 3, 1 blue. So Simon has some card advantage as well. A strip mine. That's perfect, taking care of the library. So 1 Ancestral Recall from Simon and a library from Trygve. So they're pretty even on the card advantage. An Lion-Tog, but no artifacts to sacrifice. Factory. So we can now block the Lion-Tog. And he discard 1 card, down to 7. Simon's turn. Ooh, and he's attacking. That probably means he has a lightning bolt or a sword of closure, and again he has a library of his own. Okay, that's excellent. Tropical from Trygve. He really needs to do something, unless this library is going to get out of hand, and he attacks. Ooh, and a blackwise. That's a good way to fight an active library. I thought Simon had some removal since he attacked with Lion-Tog, but he didn't remove the factory. So it could have been a bluff when he attacked with Lion-Tog. Because I think it would be really nice to get rid of that factory here, to deny Trygve's resources and get him behind on land. Especially when you have an active library, you want to do those one-for-one trades all the time. Disenchant, that's good. Simon is down to 14. So Trygve has a 3 lands. What will he do? There's another factory. Another blackwise. And tapping 3 mana for a Serendi Efret. That's a really good turn. And then Simon is thinking about casting something. So we take some damage. 2 damage. So I guess he has 7 cards now. And up to 8. But Simon can't block a flyer, and that blackwise will do a lot of damage. And it just passed the turn. So Trygve takes 1 damage during his upkeep. And there's a Psionic Blast. But that's 2 damage for him as well, so he's down to 10. And Trygve has a couple of factories. So this is pretty dangerous for Simon here. I think he has 6 cards in his hand. Oh no, a second one. So that's 4 damage. And another Serendi Efret. Tapping the City of Brass. Lightning Bolt. Straight to the face. I wonder if he had that Lightning Bolt earlier in the game when Trygve attacked with that factory. Simon is down to 7. The game could be over really soon. Another Lion-Tog. That's not what you need. And another Psionic Blast. But that's 2 damage to him as well, so he's down to 5. Tapping the Soul Ring for our Suchi. Another City of Brass. That's not good. This game is really close. Simon really needs to think through all his decisions here. So he's attacking. so he has only one artifact in play, and that is the factory. So the Lion-Togs can't get that big. So it looks like Trygve is activating his factory. And I believe Simon has a removal for that. Tapping that plateau. Is there a lightning bolt? Yes. So Trygve blocks one Lion-Tog and he takes 3 damage. Goes down to 8. Simon is looks like he's tapping the city. A chain lightning to the Tsuchi. That takes care of him, and I guess he's below Blackwise range now. And another Lion-Tog. Okay, so no cards in hand. I think Trygve has 2 cards. 4 mana. That's a Tsuchi. That's a good top deck. Okay, so both players are empty and we are in top deck mode. That's a factory. I don't think he can attack here. Another very important draw step, but Trygve just passed the turn. And Simon passed the turn. Three mana for a Serendi Efret. That's a good top deck. Because Simon is on 3 life, so he gotta make something happen here. Okay, so we activate both of his factories and swinging in, and let's see if Trygve makes any mistakes here. I guess he's thinking it through. He had 1 card in hand. Activating the factory. Blocking both Lion-Togs. So that means he takes 4 damage. So is there a Psionic Blast in Simon's hand? No, there's only 2 lands. Game number 2. Simon is on the play. City of Brass into a Savannah line. Perfect opener. But he leads with the City of Brass. So, a factory from Trygve. Attacks for 2. And an Ankh of Mishra. Yeah, those are pretty good on the play here. Especially when you're pressuring with a Savannah line. And if Simon can remove that factory with some removal, that would set Trygve further behind, because he needs to then play more lands and takes more damage from the Ankh of Mishra. Tundra, that's 2 damage, down to 16. Wow, a second Ankh, and doesn't look like he has any 1 mana removal spell, because it doesn't attack with the Savannah line. Shatter on one of the Ankhs. 1 land, 2 damage, 3 mana in total. There's a lot of cards in his hand. What will he do? They're really taking their time, thinking through. It's so hard to play against Ankov Mishra and Blackwise and all that, because every decision matters, even when playing a land or not. Ooh. That's a good card. And in response, an ancestral. So both players draw 3 cards. Good to see Simon is putting that newly traded ancestral recall. And now Trygve has a lot of cards in his hand. Will he play any spells? That is the big question. Okay, 2 mana. Time Walk. So another land. Trygve is down to 12. Looks like he have a couple of options. It might be a Suchi, it might be a Serendi Efret, or perhaps a lightning bolt to the Savannah line. Okay, so he's activating his factory and attacks. And I don't think Simon is blocking. Oh, and Trygve is pumping his factory. That's interesting. So now Simon can attack with his Savannah line. So Trygve probably have a lightning bolt. Okay, so the Savannah line comes in. Is there a lightning bolt? There might be one, because he's really thinking about it. Okay, no bolt, 2 damage taken. Ankov Mishra and a Blackwise. Okay, that Blackwise is really good here. I think Trygve has close to... Okay, and there comes the lightning bolt. Oh, and straight to the face, not to the Savannah line. Okay, so it's Trygve's turn. Simon is down to 7. Trygve is at 10. Takes 2 damage from the Blackwise. He can attack for 4 if he uses all of his resources, but he's choosing to cast a Suchi. Okay, end of turn. Lightning bolt from Simon. Trygve is down to 5. But he still can't attack with that Savannah line. And Okay, oh, nice Sonic Blast. Puts Trygve down to 1, and that Blackwise will take care of him. So it's 1-1. Trygve is on the play. Volcanic Island. Has an Argotian Pixies. We haven't seen him before in this match. Ankh of Mishra. Ankh is not that good when you're on the draw. And not in this situation, because Simon is under a lot of pressure. Because Trygve can attack for 4 next turn. So Simon really needs to cast some more lands and get some blockers. Oh no, another Ankh. Yes, look at this, Sonic Blast, straight to the face. It's moving fast. Oh wow, another factory. It's 4 damage, but that is worth it. So he can attack for 5 if you choose to pump his factory. That's 5 damage. Simon is down to 7. And he really can't afford to cast any more lands. Yeah, those Ankhs can go both ways. Trygve showing his hand, the Suchi, the Lightning Bolt. I'm not sure what Simon can do here. Just past the turn. Okay, Lightning Bolt to the face, down to 4, and he can attack for 6, so Simon needs to take care of 2 of the attacking creatures. Disenchant and a Bolt, or a Sword to Plowshare. There's the Disenchant. Is there anything else? Nope. GG. So Trygve won 2-1, and yeah, that was a great match. A bit slow, but it's hard to play when there's a Ankh in play and a Blackwise and a library and all that. So yeah, thank you for watching. It really helps if you like this video, make a comment, subscribe and all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.